move into the last section of the presentation, which is specifically how the Career Network here at MSU can help you as you're preparing for your interviews. So as Jill had mentioned, the Career Services Network website is a great resource for all of our Spartans who are looking to get any sort of information on a job search, on career exploration, but especially with interviewing. So a couple of resources I wanted to draw your attention to today include sample interview questions. So as we had mentioned before, both Christine and Lauren had said, practice, practice, practice. It's so important to your success in interviewing, and it'll really just help you to feel more comfortable with the process as you move through, especially if you're doing a virtual interview, which is something that maybe a lot of you haven't experienced before. I know early on in my job search out of college, it's not something that I had a ton of experience with. And so to be able to have the opportunity to practice is really important. Besides hosting sample interview questions, another resource you have available to you through the Career Resources Network is InterviewStream. And so this will allow you to log in for free as an MSU student and actually record yourself answering interview questions. There will be sample interview questions that you can load into your screen, and they can be specific to the types of jobs that you may be applying for, and then you can actually record yourself responding to those questions. Then you can review them to sort of evaluate yourself, see where there are some ways that you could have tweaked or answered a question more completely. And then you can also send it to a friend maybe, or even a career consultant if you connect with them beforehand to let them know that you're sending it over. Most consultants will be really happy to take a look at that for you so that they can help you to improve your interview skills. Next, I just wanted to touch on Handshake. Most of you probably heard about this webinar through Handshake, so I know that you're pretty familiar, but did want to remind you that your career consultants, in addition to being able to watch your InterviewStream videos, are also available to help you to do mock interviews, to talk more extensively about the interview tips that Lauren talked about earlier today, and really tailor them to your experience as you're going through the interview process. Since we have gone to a virtual format for the entire campus, our career consultants are also available online now for Zoom interviews, for phone appointments, whatever works best for you. And I did just want to walk through real quick what that process looks like, as it is a little bit different than what you might have seen on Handshake before. So as most of you will be familiar with, this is going to be your home screen in Handshake. And up here on the top right in that box, the white box right here, it says that you can click on the Career Center. So you'll want to click on there and then head over to Appointments. And opening up appointments, you'll be able to schedule a new appointment. This is all pretty much the same as when you had done it before. And in this section here, you'll be able to choose either your specific college that you're enrolled in, or you can choose all majors and exploratory majors if you haven't selected a program yet. So this all majors will set you up with someone like Lauren over in the Student Services building, or maybe a career peer, which is another student who's been trained to help you out with resume reviews, cover letters, any of the things that the career consultants have been trained in. And then on this next page, you'll be able to choose your appointment type by career consultant. So your career consultant for your college will be listed here. If you selected all majors, then you may see some other names of career peers. You may see Lauren. And then if your college has its own career peers, you may also see their names listed here as well. After selecting the person that you would like to meet with, or selecting that career type, you'd be able to go in and see the schedule that is coming up and when there is availability for appointments. So you'll be able to select a date and time that works for you, and then move on to telling us a little bit about why you want to meet with a consultant. So we like to do some preparation beforehand so that we can best help you in that 30 minutes that we have together. You can tell us what sort of appointment medium. Most folks are strictly using Zoom at this point, but there may also be an option for phone. You can also call into a Zoom interview if you're not comfortable with using the app on your computer, though I know many of you are doing this for your classes, so it probably feels like second nature at this point. That next box, you can tell us a little bit about how we can help you. So any specific things you're struggling with, specific topics you'd like to discuss. If there's a specific job you're applying to, it's really great to include that title here or that job description link if you have it, so that we can help best tailor your experience to that position. You'll also be able to select from the next drop-down menu what you'd like to discuss during the appointment. And so this is where you're going to say, I want to do a mock interview with my career consultant, or I want to revisit my resume before I apply for this position. Definitely a good idea to be doing all of those things right now, as employers are still hiring, even with the current crisis. And the virtual career fair is coming up in a couple of weeks on April 23rd and 24th. So remember to make appointments with your consultants to get that resume looked at before that happens. Last but not least, we just asked for a phone number so that we can best reach you. Again, having that backup plan in case Zoom fails, in case we're not able to get online, offering a phone number so that your career consultant can get in contact with you ahead of the meeting if necessary through that format. Just know that it may look like an out-of-area number. Some folks are using different lines outside of the MSU numbers since we're no longer on campus. I did want to throw in a couple of bonus resources that are not necessarily specific to the Career Services Network. The first one is through the MSU libraries. So this resource on this page, which we'll also include in the follow-up email that we send you, can help you to talk about specifics with a potential employer. So when you click on these links, they'll give you the opportunity to enter the name of an employer, and it'll give you information about the company's revenue, their structure, and their competitors, so that you can provide specific details as you talk about your experience and demonstrate a solid understanding of your potential employer, which is really important in an interview. As Lauren mentioned, research. Knowing the more you know about your employer, the more they're going to see you as a fit. So again, we will send that link in the follow-up email that we send out either today or tomorrow. Next, I did want to draw your attention to LinkedIn. Again, this is another place where you can get some really great information on a company. You can see how they present themselves on social channels. And then this is also a great way to do some of that networking, especially with your fellow Spartans, by visiting the People tab on the company's page. Once you go to the People tab, it'll give you an idea of where their employees live, and then also where they studied, among other things. There'll be some other samples on pages of maybe position titles they hold, types of jobs that they have, but the one I really wanted to highlight today is where they studied. So as you can see, Target has almost 300 Michigan State University alumni working for them, and this can be a really great networking opportunity for you, a great chance to use that Spartan connection to talk to someone who has already landed a job at this company that you're really excited about. And given our really, really wide Spartan network, you're going to find Spartans at just about any employer that you would be looking to work at. So I'd encourage all of you, given the fact that you are, just starting your job search and looking to make connections, use that excuse of both being Spartans to connect with alumni and ask them about their experiences that they've had, tips they have for interviewing with those companies, whether it be Target or another organization. Again, you're going to find Spartans just about anywhere, and that connection is really strong. So please feel free to use it. Another way that you can expand upon your Spartan network is through the new MSU Connect platform. So this is, we call it sort of like a LinkedIn just for our Spartan family. So we have alumni, faculty, staff, and current students who have come on to MSU Connect to create this community to really help all of you explore as you begin your job search, as you look for research or internship opportunities. This is going to be a great resource for you. The exciting thing about alumni joining this platform is that they have already raised their hand to say, I want to be a mentor. I want to help students with their job search. And so by connecting with folks through MSU Connect, you're automatically a part of this network where you know that other Spartans are there and that they want to help. We've seen Spartans from every industry join the platform so far, and we're seeing more and more join every day. We're also launching college-specific platforms. So I know that Broad has theirs up and running, and many other colleges are in the works. Lyman Briggs will be coming up later this semester. James Madison, the College of Vet Med. So be sure to look out for emails from your college on how you can join those platforms.